예, 쌤팍입니다. 이번 시간에는 이시연 군이 400번부터 499번 문장 암기 도전에서 성공하셨습니다. 먼저 축하드리고요. 여기 계신 분들은 500문장 다 암기를 완주하신 분들의 이제 시연이도 여기에 들어가게 되겠습니다. 시연이는 중학교 2학년인데 굉장히 빨라요. 굉장히 열심히 해요. 그래서 기대가 되는 그런 친구인데 좀 더 제가 소개를 하겠습니다. 우리 목표는 이런 거라고 그랬죠. 그래서 수능이나 토익, 토플, 연수, 이민 이런 모든 곳에서 효과를 볼 수 있다고 생각을 하고요. 저희들의 목표는 1시간 동안 스토리텔링을 할 수 있는 그런 데까지 가는 거예요. 근데 그게 이렇게 쉽지가 않죠. 왜냐면은 900문장, 1시간을 하려면은 900문장을 여러분이 그걸 말씀하셔야 돼요. 근데 900문장 자체가 지금 500문장도 지금 시연이 지금 하고 500문장 하신 분들 많아요. 하니까 문제는 없어요. 그러나 그거를 순서대로 하는 게 좀 노력이 필요하죠. 그래서 저희들이 나름대로 암기법이 있어요. 그래서 그걸 따라오시면 좀 수월해집니다. 예, 저는 여기서 마치고 시연이가 하는 것을 보도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I like rainy. My favorite thing to do when it rains is to crawl into bed while sipping some tea, and listen to the rain as it drips on the roof. Rainy days are excellent to listening classical music because the rain with me allows me to really feel the emotional points of music. Rain gives us fresh water and fill the brooks, streams, and rivers, and to transport water to larger bodies of water such as lakes and reservoirs. And they say it will rain sometime today, and by the look of those dark clouds on the mountain ridge, it will be not too distant future. The future weather forecast it is lamentably deficient because it is hard to identify incoming weather patterns. This is why even a simple windstorm or change in pressure system could make long-range predictions significantly less accurate than short-term predictions. I like watching snowfall. Only sun behind the window where it's warm and dry. I don't like to drive on the snowy roads because inherently slippery and dangerous, and not to mention your tires will lose their grip on the snowy roads. But you have to drive on the snowy roads. Be careful that there's any first on your windshield, and always for at least 3 times more spaces than usual between yourself and the car. The large fire often comes from smart spark. I have an issue with my roommate, and I need your perspective and unbiased advice on the matter. I know everyone has different standard of cleanliness, so I suggest you both work harder to clean surroundings clean. It isn't like he's a monster, but and we are usually in the same wavelength about almost everything except now. But I'm dread coming home because of the mess that he has left. TV producers are indispensable as they have operational jobs outside of picking out actors and approving scripts and location to the shoot. Since TV producers may excited and well compensated job, but your job security is tied to the profits that your show makes. The minimum requirement to the TV producers is to have achieved the bachelor's degree in either broadcasting or communications. My husband resigned from his company last week to fulfill his lifelong dream of opening an authentic Japanese restaurant. Consider all the factors. It is terrifying to start a new enterprise when it is unclear where revenue is going to come from. My husband said he only lives life once, and even though it was risky, he needed to trust his instinct and follow this opportunity before the opportunities appeared. Today only comes only and never again returns. There's a robbery in progress, and even though I feel pure terror, I need to be very staying calm and comply with all the robber's demand. As I observed robber, he was wearing a black bullet-proof vest and a mask that covers his face. I'm proud because I'm glad because I remember inserting bad money that we had prepared ahead of time for these situations. I disguised as an armor, and when I burst into the bank, I started cussing cows. She was doing super well and following the emergency rules and was not startled by the situations. Even though I was amateur actor, I deceived every people in the room and was be able to depict what real robber would like. I didn't expect these strenuous situations to happen to me this morning because consider the fact I just arrived to work at this branch last week. I don't know what constitutes medical prognosis of panic attack, but I felt like I was suffocating, choking, and I need to take a deep breath from fainting. This oral suspended my medical conditions, and it had me onto the verge of breakdown and rendered me useless. Say kind words, then you will kind answers. There used to be an endless amount of girls that was irritated by me because I wore fancy clothes and was praising by being pretty. When I was younger, many almost all people would always say that pretty girls are dumb, and even though I was very smart, I don't want to crave extra attentions. And the people that knew me back then give me blank stare when I tell them that I would have been a Mensa member when I was 13 years. My friend was known for her innocent beauty and was anonymously voted the homecoming queen of our school. Next. I could never rank my friend in any order, but bridesmaids are my best friend who may have made all of the arrangements for me. My other friend's family is very wealthy and has a lot of jewelry because her father owns a jewelry store that is located next to high-end furniture store. My father has lowered and sacrificed so much for his family, and as a modest man, he built himself a legacy that he can be proud of to pass on to his children. I'm currently studying jewelry design in local universities, and I want to I want to run a jewelry design company that makes jewelry born out of innovation and creativity. Diamonds are famed and fabled gems in the world, known for their rarity and value. The best fish smell when they are 3 years old. I am working for the past 13 years as a news writer for XYZ network, and they have asked me if I would like to extend my contract with them. Broadcast news scripts are different than that of movies because news events condensed into short stories where facts outweigh opinions. Since readers are not reading the scripts, it is important to have polished writing style that will deliver main key points to the audience while staying from words and praise that might have bad connotations to the viewer. Here in front of the urban residence of famous movie star known for his brooding character actor in many Polish action movies. Police found many capsules containing cocaine in his pocket and a kilo of marijuana in the laundry bag of the trunk in his compact car. His fans feel betrayed and are grieving as this incident leaves an ugly blemish on an actor who was beloved for a rousing role as a stern but brilliant police officer. I work here part-time, so companies isn't required to give me any job-based health insurance or any paid holidays. Insurance companies have a monopoly when it comes to offering coverage of insurances. I have been suffering from chronic pneumonia, and even though I haven't gotten a series of medications, I feel the cell of the person I used to be. They can't live on beauty, but they can die for it. I worked for the president of the company as an executive assistant, being his liaison in joint points with employee management and communication and marketing. There has been a flurry of the news articles on the web about this hacking incident, so we're collecting information to clarify our position in the issue. The temptation is to dismiss this as a minor incident, but this breach is published into papers. It significantly impacts the stock prices. Our company file folders were hacked, and some file folders containing customers' information and other sensitive data were illegally transferred out of our data. At 2 o'clock this morning, our server documented some suspicious activity that as it was mirroring our data for our backup server. We isolated the problem, and we would be looking for what informations we can, but to recover what informations we can. But it's my gut feeling we will grab any remnant informations we can and reformat our server. I agree that our server has some critical problems last night, but the sequence of events shows that relevant customer data were all intact and completely protected. We alerted the authorities, and our cyber security team has launched its investigation, so our clients don't need to worry about this anymore. We are working diligently to resolve this matter, and won't stray from our quest to bring these crooks to justice. It is good to give advice, but better to give the remedy. I need to change my car as soon as possible because the mileage on the car is close to 300,000 miles, and furthermore, it is made of pure steel and or scratched or banged up. The centuries of various uses. The safety features of new cars trump those of older cars because the technology has gotten so much better over the next few years. In many ways, you feel like you have a union with your car because some people draw conclusion to your personality with the car that you drive. I feel minority when I say that I believe 2 or 3 year old used vehicles is the best value. When is the best value, and but as every car dealerships needs to sell a certain quota of these cars a month. By choosing 2 or 3 years old cars, you practically save money on taxes or fees, since the price is lower. It is said that not all that glitter is gold, and it is also true for car ownerships. Many people look at that prospect of purchasing new or used car without think about the amount of money it sucks away the necessary needs. I will not proclaim that a new car is better than used car, because there's a spectrum of cars that it has beneficial for your day-to-day transportation needs. At this phase of buying process, I recommend you analyze your personal preferences and buy what fits your current financial situations best. Next, you can't lead a horse to the water, but you can you can make him drink it. I got a couple of days off of working, so I take my adopted son to go to on our favorite ski resorts. I love the feeling of skiing down the hill. More importantly, I like the feeling of fresh air on my hair, and the wind blowing through my hairs as I'm zigzagging down the hill. Next. It makes me sad to hear the news that terrorists attacked the popular ski resort in Russia, and 3 people perished. I learned how to ski under the watchful eyes of the ski instructor, of couple of ski instructors today. And I also learned how to ski, the basic principles of going and stopping, using control movement to to slow down and go, slow down and speed up. People say that people injured in ski accidents has declined over the past few years, but I know many people had to undergo the surgical procedures after their skiing accidents. I work as an adopted social worker and for supporting families experiencing unplanned pregnancy, and take the children to an adopted agency and eventually adoptive home. Adoptive social workers are need to have patience and compassion when while dealing the birth families through the proceeds of to giving their children giving for adopted, and almost all adopted social workers also need to have assessments and counseling skills, because to helping the foster families to makes the best decision for adopted kids as they are living in adoptive home. I hope without exertion is like a voyage without a ship. I heard that French enjoy their chivalry pursuits, such as working the garden or playing board games, more than their works. Gustav Eiffel have completed his tower as a tribute of centennial anniversary of the French Revolution. Eiffel. Napoleon once said there is a sword and spirit in the world, and in the long run, sword always be conquered by the spirit. French is one of the most popular destinations for international students due to the plethora of unique art museums and cultural festivals. There are excellent universities in French where students can learn the subjects such as engineering and visual arts. The most important thing in French is that French is known for equal treatment of domestic and international students. Europe Union has 28 states, including France, and is a group of countries that have pledged of work together as a union and not invade the territory, each territory with military. Each members countries in the EU pays revenue tax to the European Commission, and the EU uses the money to upgrade the way people live and do businesses in Europe. Many people have joined the EU because it has benefited of those live within it. I never did work a day's works in my life. It was all fun. I'm sure it is not my destiny to be rich, but if I won the lottery tickets, I buy myself an island in temperate climate, and I would generously help my parents with money, especially my mama, since she lives alone. Since I would have no work obligations, so I would travel places like Italy to watch an opera, and hasten to Paris to watch the street vendors performing pantomime. If I won the million lottery tickets, I'd like to buy a carriage and located in the orchard. And it is my lofty goals. I would buy a ton of lumber and building a house for my parents, and they could live comfortably. I think I would buy a propeller airplane and fly around the world solo. If someone gave me $1 million today, I would put it into the high interest savings account. I have had to sacrifice in order to take care of my responsibilities as a father to my children. Having a lot of money would give me more time to hang out with my friends and families without obstacles comes from working.